All righty, welcome to our August team meeting. We didn't have one last month because of SFR. Um, we at SFR learned about our new incentive trip. We got to see each other, most importantly. We got to see new products. We got to hang out. We had a lot of one-on-one time. It was amazing. It will never get old to hang out with y'all in person because we don't get to do it a lot. We don't get to do it enough. Um, and I really just feel like it solidifies everything that we do in our business of why we're here and why we keep going, and knowing that we're not alone and that we have other people doing the same thing as us. So if you have the opportunity to go to an in-person event, please, please, please do everything you can to make it happen. We did learn that next year it is going to be in Minnesota. We're going to go see Stephanie Schroeder. I'm so excited. I've never been to Minnesota. And a few of the other people around that area that it's going to be drivable for. So that's super exciting. Um, we Does anybody have those dates handy? It's in July. I don't have them written down. But it's in our group. It's something that if you are even thinking about going, please do. You have the opportunity to earn the trip with this incentive. Last year, we didn't have that opportunity to earn SFR as a trip, um, or as the registration. So we do have that this time. I'm excited they brought that back. Okay, 28th through 31st. Thank you so much. July 28th through 31st, Minnesota. A full few days of amazingness. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, we have puppies and the boys are supposed to be watching them. So if you hear them in the background, that's what that is. But we have a few full days of amazingness. I have been to every SFR that we have had since I went to my first one because I just can't miss it. I can't miss it. I don't want to miss it. I have attended in literally the middle of a move. I left with my house unpacked and came back from SFR with my house packed because it was just that important for me to go. Um, it is not on the East Coast this coming year, so that's going to take some planning for a lot of people, which includes flights and all that jazz. So July 28th through 31st, put it on your calendar. Go ahead and reach out to your child care, whether that be a grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, sister. Let them know the dates. That is what I do every single year. I reach out to my mom as soon as I get the dates and I tell her what it is, just in case if Eric is either able to go or if he's going to be unavailable. I go ahead and have her put it on the calendar just so it's squared away, and I encourage you to do the same because it literally can change your business. The other announcements we have tonight are let me get down to it, is the leaders meeting this month. So that is, this year we're calling that Ignite the Iron. It is for lead consultants above, and it's going to be on the 20th. And then working hour is going to be August 26th at 7 p.m. That is a time that will not be recorded, that we just get together, we bring something to work on, and we just talk about what we're doing in our business. So those were on the meeting, those were on the email this morning. I do send a weekly email. Please take time to read those. I get a lot of questions about things that I specifically talk about in the email. So if you ask me a question that was specifically in the email, I'm going to send you to the email. So please, please, please take the time to read those each week. I try to keep them as short and sweet and to the point as possible, just because I don't like reading a lot. So I know y'all don't like reading a lot, but I do think it's important to make sure we have those focuses each week on what we should be doing and what we should be focused on. So let me check the chat real quick. Thank y'all for helping out with the prices and the information on that. Thank you, Lauren. I do appreciate that you appreciate the emails because they do take time, and I want to make sure that my time is being used in the right ways as well. So yes, the past few years registration is $350. You have the opportunity to earn registration. You have the opportunity to then use the trip as your trip. And so when I had said in the past that we weren't able to earn it, I meant the registration part of that. Which is huge because that's a big chunk of change. So if we can earn that, that's amazing. So upcoming meetings, and then I will be starting the weekly challenges again. What do you need? Again, I was doing those for a while and I kind of stepped back from that because again, I need to make sure that my time is being used wisely. If you want to be a part of those, message me. I do have a list from when I did the poll, but if you want to be a part of that, you can just text me or message me on Facebook and I'll add you to my list to start that this week. But with all that being said, tonight our focus is the incentive. So each year we have a trip incentive, and this year they announced that it is a few options. There's going to be a top trip and then there's going to be a regular trip. This incentive is pretty similar in point structure to Hawaii and to Bora Bora, but it is different in the levels that you can earn, which is huge. Okay. So with that, we have the first level is to earn registration. Like I said, that's 15,000 points, 500 points sponsoring required for that. So you are going to have some kind of sponsoring points. This is all from your incentive tab. So you don't have to scramble to write this down. I'm literally reading from the incentive tab. Level 2 is to earn a trip for one. So that's for you, the consultant, with the flight not included. Level 3 is to earn a trip for one, you, the consultant, for flights included. Level 4 is earn a trip for one with flights included plus a guest with flights not included. Level 5 is earn a trip for two, flights included. Okay, they did that to have more level earners, hopefully. A lot of people can get some pretty good deals on flights. They can use points. There's other options for that. But I just love the opportunity of what you can earn. So tonight I have asked two of our trip earners in the past to come on and share some tips. So Martha and Jennifer are gonna share with us, and I'm gonna have Martha go first.
Hey everybody. Hope everyone's having a good week. Susan. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first before I get started, I just want to ask that everyone, if you are a praying person, please, please, please pray for the area that I'm in and everyone who was affected by Debbie. We have lots of displaced families, lots and lots of flooding, and what it is the river is overflowing. So it's not even the rainfall. There's just the river is basically all around us. So back to the trip. I have to start by saying first and foremost that I earned my first trip, my very first year with Scentsy. And then last year earned my second trip. So I've been with Scentsy 3 years in September, and I am planning to earn my third trip. Because who does not want to go to Greece? One of the hardest things in the incentive is the sponsorship points. And my personal opinion is, while yes, you do earn points off of other people, and those points are required, it is so important in our business that you do it selflessly. You sponsor selflessly. So offer the opportunity to every single person that you possibly can. If you have a party with free rewards, offer a discounted kit. Offer them that discounted kit. They can get it for $59 and they don't have to get the rest of the stuff. help them succeed in their business because it helps them. Don't do it to get your points. You will get your points from that, but do not plan your schedule on that. The other really, really important thing is PRV consistency. So I know Sonia said to me earlier, oh my gosh, 2,500 PRV a month for 6 months. That's insane. You know, that is a big number for a lot of you. And I totally understand that. Y'all, you get the PRV consistency as long as you get 1,000 PRV in 5 out of those 6 months. My PRV consistency is what took me to Hawaii. It's what knocked me up over that level and got me to Hawaii. So strive, strive, strive. It's 5 out of 6 months. So you can have the month where you maybe don't make it. I know December is a hard month for a lot of people because people are already done Christmas shopping, but don't let it discourage you. Push for that 1,000 every month. And even if you earn SFR, you earned SFR. That's $350 that you're not going to be paying next year. And you'll still get to come hang out with us. So I would love, love, love to see everyone in Greece. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. That's all I got.
Awesome. Jennifer, you good? There she is.
Hey, how's it going? So I'm in my car because I just did a monster back to school shopping at Kohl's. If you guys haven't done that yet, extra 50% off clearance, hit it up. Anyway, there's my message for today. Yeah, so I have been a consultant for 3 years. My first year with Scentsy, I did not earn the incentive trip. I had enough points for the incentive trip, but I did not have enough sponsoring points for the incentive trip, which I was short like 500, I want to say, and that would have been the Alaskan cruise. Again, I got free SFR registration, which motivated me to go to my first SFR, and it was incredible. And I recommend that you go, and it will change you, honestly, not just your business, yourself personally. At least it did for me. Second year, which was last year, I got the all expenses paid trip to Mexico, which was more than I can even explain ever. It was incredible. And then this year I chose the SFR as my trip. So they paid for us to go to Florida. They spoiled us. We went to Disney World. We got Mary Jim sunglasses like the Hawaii trip people did. It was wonderful. How do you do this? Okay, so the first step that I recommend is sitting down, making a plan. You need to come up with what you need to do to get to whatever level it is you're looking for. And, you know, aim big, aim for a level above where you think you'd be comfortable being, because you're always going to want to overestimate or underestimate yourself. However, there is a caution there. There's only some things that you can control. You can't control whether or not your teammates are going to work for you. So make sure that if you need those sponsoring points, we need 3,000, I think it is, to get the trip to Greece. Is that right? Does anybody know? I think it's 3,000. Anyway, you need to talk with your teammates to see, do they want to promote? Do they want to have a team? If they're not promoting, you're not getting sponsoring points. And if you're not getting sponsoring points, then you're not going to Greece. So you want to find people that are like-minded, that want to grow their businesses. And that will, as Martha told you, Susan, will help you grow enough to get your sponsoring points. Then in regards to what you can control, you got to control your PRV. PRV is a big thing. And of course, it is hard for a lot of people to get a lot of PRV. But we're going into the season now where everyone and their mama wants to smell like fall. I don't, I'm a spring summer person, but my customers are, so thank you for that. And you got to come up with new ways to get PRV, whether that be making those cute kits that some of you guys do. That's not a me thing. It's too much extra fluff for me. I don't have time for that, but some of you do that and it's great. Maybe 10 bars for what? Those offers that you can do. Find that PRV. What I did recently, I stepped out of my comfort zone. I did an event outside of where I normally would do an event, and it was killer. It made $1,000 this weekend. over at this event that I did that I'd never done before, right? $1,000. So that's $1,000 I can reinvest in my business, which gets me hitting my monthly numbers, $300 in commission, which is amazing, you know? But usually I would not have done that. But I got motivated this SFR. I told Whitney, stepping into my leadership role, I'm doing the things. I want other people to want to do the things too. So I'm trying to come up with new strategies. And now, hang on a second, I gotta look at my notes to Whit because I don't remember exactly what I put as the other thing. I don't want to misspeak here. So hang on a second. Okay, so try a new event. If you've not done events, I highly recommend trying to do an event. You don't have to have a lot of stock on hand. You don't. You can start with what you have. Maybe use your join kit. Maybe it's just your testers, which you should be getting anyway, so that you can do in-home parties. Do something that you've not done before during this incentive period, and it will make a difference. Whether that be an in-home party or an event, or as Miss Stephanie Schroeder, yes, I'm calling you out, Stephanie Schroeder, it is awesome at fundraisers. Hit her up. That gets you PRV points that you wouldn't otherwise have, and potentially new customers. So again, think about what's in your scope of control and what's outside of your scope of control. Set that plan, readjust that plan as you go along if you need to. Break it down into small bite-sized pieces monthly, and we'll get you there. And God willing, we're all in Greece, because that's what I'm hoping for sure. That's all I had. Hope you guys are good.
Yes. So good. So good. So here's the thing. I went over the levels, but I didn't even tell y'all where the incentive is. So do y'all know where we're going? Do y'all know where the incentive trip is? I'm assuming you've already checked your incentive tab, but if not, the cruise is, or the trip is a cruise through Greece and Turkey. And then the top level is, make sure I get this right, a once in a lifetime trip to Peru. Okay. So huge opportunity. I am actually going to share my screen so we can go through these points together, okay? Because each year it's going to be different, and I just want to make sure that Bennett. I'm sorry, they're not helping me out tonight. Oh, my children, that is. Okay. Here we go. Can y'all see the workstation yet? Yes. Hopefully. Okay. So under more, you're going to go to the incentives tab, and this is where this is going to be. Who's looked through this? Who's looked through the points already? I got to pull y'all up so I can see you, because I can't see anything. Hopefully most of you. But what we're going to do is go through the how to earn part of this, because this is where we have the most questions. And like they said, the biggest thing, and I 100% agree with them, is that you make a plan. Okay, you have to make a plan, and it's not just, oh, I'm going to earn level 4 and do this. The people who make a very specific point structured plan are the ones that usually earn it, because you're not going to earn a trip on accident. Okay, it's going to take planning. It's going to take a lot of work. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it is. And that's why most people don't earn them. Okay, it's because it's hard. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be working when you don't feel like it. It's going to be booking parties when you don't feel like it. It's going to be going that extra mile. So when you are on a trip with Scentsy, which is like no other traveling that you'll ever experience, all that hard work is going to be worth it. Okay. So this is the breakdown of the point. So every PRV point is one incentive trip point. So that means that for the US, it's $1, one PRV for the non-licensed item. For the licensed item, they're going to be assigned a certain PRV. So each of those points is going to be 1 point for the incentive or for the trip. Then if you attend, and we talked about this, in-person events, if you attend World Tour in person, you're going to get 500 points for just attending World Tour. Okay. That was the difference for me last year to earn for 2 for Hawaii. Okay. If I wouldn't have gotten those 500 points, I wouldn't have gotten level 2 for me and Eric to go to Hawaii for free. Okay. That was the difference maker. So that can show you how tight it can be too. The goal each month for the incentive is a minimum of 1,000 PRV a month. So that's going to be a wide range for who we're talking to here. Some people, that's going to be a walk in the park. No worries. You do that normally. Some people, that's going to be a little bit out of your comfort zone. That in itself, to have that 1K PRV and have it consistently for 5 out of 6 months, that's an achievement in itself. Okay. So don't let that go unnoticed either while you're going through this. This incentive is set up to help you learn how to work your business and to learn what to really focus on in your business. Okay. So that 1,000 or more PRV 5 out of the 6 months, you're not only going to get those points for the PRV, but you're going to get the PRV consistency points that Martha talked about. That's 1,500 points, okay, for just being consistent. New consultants always have a, what's the right word? Not better, not easier, but they make these trips so new people can earn them, okay? By earning Sensational Start yourself. So say you joined yesterday, by earning Sensational Start 1, you're going to get 1,000 points on top of the PRV, right? On top of the PRV consistency, on top of the attending World Tour. Whichever level of Sensational Start you earn, you're going to get points for that towards a trip. Okay. Same things for personal promotions. If you're an essential consultant right now, you have the opportunity to earn, let's math real quick. Say you're an essential and you promote to superstar consultant within the next 6 months, which is totally doable. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to get 7,500 points. That is a ton of potential. Because guess what? Superstar directors, we don't get any personal promotion points. Zip, zilch, nada. Okay. Because of where we are. Now, if you promote to director, 5,000 points, star director, 8,000 points, and superstar director, 10,000 points. So this is where we talk about reinstatements, okay? Because in the description, it says promote to the following titles for the first time. That means that if you ever reinstate, and maybe they were a star consultant before they left, if they reinstate, they're going to come in as a certified. That's how everyone reinstates, okay? They won't get promotion points to promoting to star consultant again. Okay. They're only allowed or eligible to get superstar consultant points and above because they have to promote to this title for the first time. Same thing for if someone lost their leadership title for not being active. Hold on 1 minute. Lost my train of thought because they are being super loud. I'm so sorry. So if they lost their title due to being inactive, right? So maybe they were a director before. If they re-promote to director, they don't get those promotion points because they've been a director before. Does anybody have any questions about that? I don't have the chat up. Because that can be a little bit of, I am so glad you can't hear them because I can't. Okay, super clear. Awesome. Same thing for activity bonus. Get paid at that rank and you get those points. So say you are, for example, Lord have mercy. For example, a star consultant. Each month that you're paid at your rank as a star consultant, you're going to get 300 points a month. Say you're a lead consultant right now and you promote to star, you'll get the 2,000 points for promoting that one time. And then you'll also get the 300 points for each month you're paid at that rank. Say, just to go back to personal promotions real quick, I've gotten this question a lot in the past. Say someone double promotes. Say they're certified and they double promote to star consultant. they get lead and star promotion points. Okay, so they would get that 3,500 if they were certified and double promoted to star. Okay, so there are no points that are missed. That is just, you get what you get there. Okay, now here come in the sponsoring points for people. For each frontline consultant who earns a sensational start between August 1 and January 31st. For example, say someone joined on July 27th. Whatever level they hit as your frontline, those will be the points that you get as their sponsor. Okay? Did you put the puppies up? For each consultant that you personally sponsored prior to August 1 and they become certified, you're going to get 250 points. Okay? That is anyone sponsored before August 1. Say you have a new frontline within that has started after August 1 that promotes to certified consultant. The first frontline you have is going to be 1,000 points. The second frontline who promotes is going to be 1,500 points for a combined of 2,500. And then your third frontline and beyond, so third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 27th, is going to be 3,000 for each. Okay, so say you have 3 new frontline and they all promote to certified within this incentive period, that's going to be 5,500 points. Okay, because you're going to get 1,000 for the first, 1,500 for the second, and 3,000 for the third. Okay. Any questions on that? That is a little bit confusing, too, just because it is different for each person. So you could have 5 people come in that you've personally sponsored and promote to certified. That third, fourth, and fifth person, those last 3 are going to be 3,000 points each, and those are sponsoring points. That's huge. Okay. And then each frontline promotion to lead consultant, and that's where the promotions stop with this incentive, same as last time. Say you sponsored someone before, like I said, July 27th. Let's use that example again. Say they joined July 27th and they ended the month as an essential. They didn't sell anything in July, but they came in and they promoted to certified consultant. How many points are you going to get as their sponsor? Joined July 27th, became certified tomorrow. How many points are they going to get? 250. Yes, because they were sponsored before August 1. What if they double promote this month from essential to lead? Becky said this is very confusing. Becky, please let me know what questions you have. That's when I'm saying what, if you don't know, please put it in the chat. Please let me know so I can answer that. Yes, you're going to get the 250 for certified, and you're going to get the 2,500 for lead. So this incentive period is heavily focused for leaders to help people promote to lead. Don asked, what month do they consider you promoting in? Since I hit lead in July, but it doesn't say lead until August, would that count towards the trip or no? No. You promoted in July. It is a lot of info, Becky. So whenever you get the chance, just go through it and try and organize. And the way that I plan my trips out is I go point system by point system. Right? So for me, I want level 5. Right? So I need to make a plan with 65,000 points that includes 6,000 sponsoring points. And I go through each of these to figure out that 6,500 points. And it's going to take some marking out. It's going to take some rearranging, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Yep. There is a breakdown here at the bottom. And it's going to say, these are examples, because this can take many different directions. But know that if you want to earn a trip, you have the ability to earn a trip. Okay. And yes, what Nikki said, it will, nope, not, it will take pictures. You can get paid at rank for lead in August. Yes. So if you're paid at title, if you're paid at rank as a lead, Dawn, in this month, then you'll get those paid at rank points. You also get your personal promotion. So say you promote this month, you're going to get your 2,000. You won't get the 1,500 because that was in July. And it's a ton of information. But under here, it's going to show you an example of what you would need to do. So if you are a certified consultant now, this is a great breakdown of how to get 41,700 points. Okay. And these are high sponsoring points. Okay, guys. This is why all year we talk about 2K and higher, 2K and higher, 2K and higher, because the 2K and higher people are the ones that are earning the trips. Okay, that's really a minimum. What I was saying before was knowing that as a certified, as an essential, if you joined yesterday, you can earn the trip. I am proof of that. I came in as a certified consultant and I earned my first trip to Mexico as a star consultant. Okay. So when I'm telling you all these things, when I'm preaching to the choir about how you can do hard things, it's because I have done that and it's more than worth it. Okay. Because once you attend a Cincy trip and it's Cincy incentive trip, you're never going to want to miss another one. Yes. If you are like, right now, what I want you to do, I don't want you to go straight to your sponsor first. I want you to go to the point breakdown. There are a few trackers in our group that I have shared that are very, very helpful. There's a pink one. It's actually in the email I sent this morning, and it is, can y'all see my email? This one. So this is going to do a breakdown of what you need for each one. This tracker right here is what I would suggest you use if you're a pen and paper person, okay? Because this is a great, up here, up top, it's going to be what your planning is, and at the bottom, it's going to be what you actually got. Okay, so then you'll know if you're above or below. What you need to know as a blanket statement for the incentive is high PRV, sponsoring, and coaching. The three things we always talk about: PRV, sponsoring, and coaching. So you not only are getting your high PRV, but you're sponsoring people. And then once you're sponsoring them, you are bringing them on and showing them what they need to do to be successful. Okay. So for me, for example, in my plan, I have my PRV per month. I have my paid at title points of what I do a minimum plan, right? So that means that this is the minimum I need to do to earn level 5. Like they said, Martha and Jennifer, shoot high. So say you want to earn level 3 for existence. For example, level 3 is 40,000 points and 3,000 sponsoring points. I would suggest that you plan your points around level 4. Okay. That way, if you're meeting that minimum every month, you're going to get level 4. If you fall a little bit short, you're still going to meet your goal of level 3. Okay. So if you're not sure, I want you to go to the points breakdown, and I want you to try your best to figure it out and try your best to make these points match the how you earn points or the track your progress points. Okay. I keep clicking the wrong one, but 40,000 points. That's what I want you to go and try and figure out. Once you have that, then go to your sponsor, your director, your star director, your superstar director, and say, this is my plan. Where do I need to tweak it? I'll shout out Ashley today. She sent me her plan. Point structure, beautiful. Exactly what I want to see from everyone. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to need a minute so I can actually go through it and make sure that like your points add it up to what you added and make sure that we're covering all our bases. Cause I really want to take the time to look it over and not just say, oh, she put points on a paper. Okay. And I'm happy to do that for whoever wants to. I'm her sponsor. So I'm her first stop. So I do want you to go to your sponsor first as long as they're there and helping you, and let them help you make a plan. If you're not making a plan, I'm going to assume that you don't want to earn it, to just be completely honest. Because like I said, you're not going to earn this on accident. You're going to have to make a plan. Now, say you want to just attend, you want that registration covered for you. Awesome. I want you to shoot for level 2. I want you to shoot for an all expenses paid trip cruise to Greece and Turkey. That's what I want you to plan for. So then if you don't, you still have your registration covered. So I want you to go to the next level of what your goal is. I want you to go to the next one. Okay. Then what we're going to do is halfway through. So it's August, September, October, November 1, we're going to reassess our plan. We're going to say, okay, we're halfway through the incentive time, because this is a long time. This is a lot of work. Like I said, this isn't going to just happen overnight. We're going to reassess our plan, and Jennifer and Martha also both talked about this, but we're going to do hard number plan again. That paper I showed you on the email, that's a great way to look through it and see, okay, where did I want to be and where am I really at? Because then we're going to say, okay, do we need to kick it up a gear, or are we doing what we need to do? Okay. Martha mentioned this, just want to reiterate that the sponsoring points are usually the hardest. So if you are planning to earn the trip, I want you to hit sponsoring points hard. That means that we're sponsoring heavy now. So we're giving people time to earn certified, to earn sensational start, to promote to certified, to promote to lead. Okay. I thought I heard crying. This is my life right now. Grady. Okay, it's not him. It must be outside. Sorry. So the sponsoring points, we want to sponsor people now. So then we're giving them the time. September is usually our biggest month as a group and team for the whole entire year. So if we can get people in the door in August, so then they have that opportunity to boom through September, October, November, through the fall, where it's our heavy, heavy time. That is what's going to be best. That was my downfall last year with earning it for me and Eric. For me, it wasn't necessarily an issue, but it was the sponsoring points that I needed for me and Eric to go for free. So I really, really made it by the skin of my teeth. But if I had, and my plan was to sponsor early on, and I did sponsor early on, but those people weren't working. Okay. And Jennifer said, you can't control but so much of how much someone is working, right? So that's why we sponsor heavy, we sponsor hard, and we sponsor wide. We're not just going to sponsor 3 people this whole 6 months, okay? To be able to earn those top levels in this incentive. So I have one more thing in my notes. What was it? I wrote how and who, and I don't even know what that means. No, you can only earn for 2, and they would need to be, I believe it's 16 and older, but don't quote me on that. It might be 18. It probably depends on the cruise line. So it's you and a guest, flights included or flights not included. How we are going to sponsor and who we are sponsoring. Maybe that was it. It was under sponsoring points. So maybe, but honestly, guys, if I can be, which I will always be completely honest with you, we know, if you've been around a while, you know what to do to earn these. You know what you didn't do to miss them in the past. And I mean this and say this with all the love of my heart, but you know what to do. You know how you missed trips in the past. If you're brand new, know that you have tons of potential and tons of time and tons of space. But really having those conversations. So for me, I need 8 new certified. So that means I need at least 8 new people in the next 6 months. My goal is 2 per month, so that's 12. Will that always happen? Not necessarily, but those are my goals. 3 new leader. I have on my breakdown. I would like at least 3 new frontline leads. So I have the name of 4 people that I'll be working closely with to see if leadership is something they're interested in. I can't remember who said that, Martha or Jennifer, but just put it out there. Hey, are you interested in being a leader? Are you interested in this? Do you want to work towards this? Because you can't want it for them. Okay. Specifying names is super important. Just because you can say, hey, I have you on my list that you have the PRV to be a lead consultant. Is that something you're interested in? If you don't have those people on your team right now, that's okay. That's where we're going to start having those sponsoring conversations to bring them in before our busy season or during our busy season. I also emailed out my current certifieds and asked them about if they're interested in lead. Being very intentional about who you're working with, right? So as far as this incentive, it is lead consultant heavy for a leader. For a certified or lead consultant, you have, again, potential to earn points to earn that. Yes, I'm happy to send that out to anyone who needs an example of the email that I sent to my people. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop the share. We have any questions? Just let me write this down. Like I said in the beginning, this is not gonna be on accident, guys. Okay. You're gonna have to make a plan. You're gonna have to follow through with it. You're gonna need to work closely with like-minded people too that are also working towards these trips. So the first step is going to be believing that you can do it. So I want y'all to put in the chat what level you're going for. We have 5 levels. 5 levels. So we have 1, which is registration. Level 2 is a trip for 1 without flights. Level 3 is a trip for 1 with flights. Level 4 is a trip with flights for 1 plus a guest without flights. And then level 5 is to earn a trip for 2 flights included. Five, 5, 3. Yes, 3. Hey, Jessica, if your husband wants to go, put him to work. That's what I say. So I tell Erica, for Hawaii, you want to help me? You want to go, you're going to need to help me, right? Because it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. I was going to look and see what it said about SFR. So it says here that the guest must be at least 16 years old and not a Scentsy consultant for who you can bring as your guest. Make sure you check out the FAQ because it does have a lot of specific questions. Lauren said she'd be happy with 1 or 2, so we're gonna shoot for 3, Lauren. And we're gonna, in case we don't get 2. So SFR is our yearly convention within Scentsy. We call it Scentsy Family Reunion because it really does feel like a family reunion where you get to see everyone that you see on a computer or hear from. You get to meet them in person. So it is a few days long and you go and we have general sessions and where we hear from guest speakers, we hear from consultant speakers, we see new products. It is our yearly convention where we're all invited to come and participate in just celebrating what we've done for the year and what's going to happen. It's a lot of fun. And it's amazing. It's hard to put in words exactly what SFR is, but if you search SFR or Cincy Family Reunion on your workstation, you can also see what things have been said about it in the past to see a little bit more of it. Hopefully we'll be getting our pictures soon from the event, which I'm super excited to see. And that can kind of give you an idea too. Last year we had, or this past year, we had almost 8,000 people come. Oh, that's a good one. Who wants me to love on them for the next 6 months? Someone pushing you to be better is not an attack. It is an act of love. So y'all put what you want in the chat. I'm going to go for level 5. I'll be honest. Greece is something that wasn't even in the wheelhouse because it's so incredible. Like I've looked at pictures and done a little bit of research since we found out, and it is just amazing. It looks beautiful. So, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. If I can figure out how